Okay, so anyone can able to request a workspace. So now let me tell you what is workspace, right? Okay, let me first sign in. So click on sign in, and then you need to fill up the workspace username and then password. Right before that, if you guys want to try an Apex, try any application, and then you don't want to install it on your local database or on your laptop, on your servers, you just want to do some hands-on, you can request, anyone can request a workspace in this apex.oracle.com. How to do that? First, let's see that one. So you can click on this start for free. Right here, there are a couple of options how to get an Apex workspace, right? So get started with the free Apex workspace, right? So you can click on this Apex, you can go to this URL and then you can click on this request a free workspace. So it will ask you your first name, last name, your email ID, right? And then you will get a workspace for you. Okay. Or else, so where will you get the workspace? On this server, apex.oracle.com. On this server, you will get the access. Or else, there is another option. So you need to sign up for an Oracle Cloud account. So once you sign up here, so you will be getting an Oracle Cloud free tier account. There you can able to spin up an Apex instance. Okay. So that instance will not be on this one. So you need to have an Oracle Cloud account, and then there you have to start an Apex instance in the Oracle Cloud. Or else you can download the Oracle Apex and then you can install it on your own. Right. So if you if you guys want to do some hands-on, I would suggest go with this first option. Request a free workspace. Okay, so that's what I have done, requesting a free workspace. So once you request a free workspace, so what will you be getting? So you will be getting a workspace name, and then a workspace, right? An Apex workspace, and then an workspace, an Oracle database, right? And then your admin user to access that workspace. Okay. Now let's see what is Oracle workspace. What is this Oracle database? Now let's see this one. Let's say in your organization, you have an application 1, you have an application 2, you have an application 3, right? Application 1, right? So it depend, right? It can request for a workspace, Apex workspace, or we can call, Apex workbench, right? So once they request an Apex workspace, so what they will be they're getting. So apart from the workspace, it will be linked to an Oracle database. Let's say schema 1. So in this case, let's take an example. So I'm requesting, so I want to develop an HRMS application. So I will request a Apex workspace. So where will I request the Apex workspace? So these 3 options, as I told you, right? Either they can go for this one. Typically in your organizations, they will not go for this one, but this is especially used for for us to do some hands-on. Or else typically your organizations will be doing this one. So your organization will be having a Oracle Cloud account, and then they will be having an Oracle Apex instance they will be working, right? So when you request for an Apex workspace, so on that Oracle instance, that Apex instance, right? So this is one Apex instance on this server, and your organization will be having an Apex instance, spinned up from an Oracle Cloud account. And then when you request for a workspace, they will be able to go give you a workspace. Okay, let's say they are giving a workspace one to you. So any workspace, it should be linked to at least one database schema, Oracle database schema. So when you request for an Apex workspace, you will be getting a schema one. Let's say in your application, this application they are using an Oracle database, and then they want to use the schema one. So they will be linking this one. Okay. Similarly, application two, they can also request in another workspace, and they can also use the same schema one. And if at all they want, they can have schema two also. So this is the Oracle database schemas you might be having. You might be knowing, right? So this schema can be linked to your workspace one, and then this schema can be linked to your workspace two also. So in other words, so one workspace can be linked to multiple schemas. Fine. So now let's say your organization is having an application one, using some Java framework, and then they are already having a schema, or they are already using the Oracle database to store all the data. But they were not using the Apex for their web application development. They might be using some other technology for developing a web application. But the underlying database is the Oracle database, right? So if they want to switch to the Apex workspace, Apex, right? So they can simply ask the infra team to create a workspace from this database, and then link this schema one to the workspace one. Right? So in other words, this Oracle Apex instance, whatever I am chilling, right? So it is linked to an Oracle database. Fine. I have a DB server one or DB instance one. I have a DB server one, or we can call DB instance, right? You can configure an Apex instance in this one. You can configure Apex workspace in this DB. So once, sorry, Apex not on instance. You have a DB instance, you can install Apex instance in this DB database. So once you have an Apex instance, then your Apex workspace administrators, they can able to provision the different workspaces. Fine. So similarly, there is workspace 3 also we can have. Now, so let's say I have a database, Oracle database, and then my infrastructure team has installed Apex in this database instance, right? So this is the Apex instance, right? There is something called instance administrator. Who are instance administrators? So instance administrators are the guys who will be able to provision. So application one, they are requesting for a new workspace for their web application. So they are the guys who creates a new, creates new workspaces. Okay. Not only create, we can multiple things, right? Create, delete new workspaces. They will be able to do that one. Right. So once the workspace has been created, so application one, let's say they are getting workspace one for the application one, right? So there is something called workspace administrators. Who are these guys? These guys were able to add or delete users in that workspace. Right? So which users? Maybe dev users. Okay. Let's say I'm a project manager, right? who is responsible of this application one, right? As a project manager, I can so I will be requesting a workspace for my team. For right, I have let's say 10 developers with me working on that web application, right? So as a project manager, I'll be requesting a workspace, and then your infrastructure team has created a workspace in this Apex instance on this database. Okay, and they will be giving the workspace username and password, your infra team, right, to your project manager. So now your project manager will be having the workspace administrator credentials, username and password. So what project manager will do? Your project manager will be able to create development users. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, sorry, guys. So, so your project manager will be having that uh, administrator access. He will be able to add the development users. So what the development users will be doing? They will be able to create the applications in that workspace. Right.